Hello everyone and welcome to Stormworks with Johnny Thunder. We're gonna make a new game and try and find a world seed that doesn't suck. So I think the 8-5s are out. 4-3 4-1 2-0. I want to start at Sawyer. Rescue service. I wanted to play with the Stormlink mod, but it doesn't, or the unofficial version, but it doesn't work very well at Sawyer. It slows down the frame rate too much. Submarine rescue missions. I think that's it. We're just going to do rescue service and submarine. Let's go. Although my submarines are not great at the moment. Alright, we're here. We're at Sawyer. And what we want to do, let's check our map. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. That is, that's also good. Where do we sell oil? Not that we're ever going to use it. Okay, it's decent. Well, we're not going to use this guy, so it doesn't matter. When I first started playing this game, I thought you had to, in order to get diesel, I thought you had to go to the one of the oil rigs, buy oil for 50 cents a liter, and then take it all the way to the refinery here, sell it, and then buy diesel. And it's really silly because I should have checked the prices. If you buy diesel here, it's $2 a liter. And if you buy diesel right here, it's $2 a liter. So I've been doing these extremely long trips to fill up my diesel supply, because I thought it was cheaper than here when it's the same price to just drive a truck over there and fill it up. Anyway, so we have 20,000 starting. I don't know why it always gives me a little bit less. And what we're gonna do is grab a crab boat. And you know, I kind of do want a depth gauge on. I haven't put a depth below keel gauge. So I'm going to do that now. Hook it up to power, or hooked up to a battery, and then we need a way to measure distance, or the bottom of the seabed. Paint job needs fixing. And then take you out. Distance measuring their sensor. Threw that on there. I think it needs power. It does. And then throw that up to you. Rename this depth below keel 0 to 500. Then possibly, I think I'll just keep it white. wanted to do that. Is there anything else? I don't remember. So we'll save the crab boat. And we'll take the crab boat out, which has no crab pots on it, you'll notice. And I do that for a very specific reason. So, start up a crab boat. This one requires really have that clutch start up one. There's no third person right now. I do need to enable third person. Alright, we'll get down to the spawn area. Swim back. You would totally do this in real life. It wouldn't be like painfully annoying to jump into freezing cold water that you definitely wouldn't be able to see this well in. Unless Sawyer is like a tropical island or something. Are we just always in the tropics? And we will load up some of these crab pots. Actually, I realize now I need to adjust these slightly. So grab you. Just grab that, grab that, grab that. That should grab everyone. Should. Doesn't. Slight adjustment. Just extend this out to be sure. Okay, I think that's it. Move cut. Bring that right to the top. See, it didn't get everything. Very annoying. Get everything. Thank you. Move that up. Paste it. Save that. One thing I definitely recommend when you start learning this game, and this was a mistake I made for years, is learn how the copy paste system works. Because for years I was like, I would do the reset grid, and then I just drag this thing out by hand. And like you could do things like hold shift and select, you know. I didn't learn this until I watched other YouTubers doing this, and I was like, oh. And so that's one thing I would definitely recommend you learn early, because it'll save you a lot of headaches that we're supposed to spawn in. Hopefully these guys go to the surface now. Except for it was barely on the surface, which is perfect. Alright everyone, we're back, and I have enabled third person. So, go ahead and grab a buoy. Hook it up to that one. Press 4 to bring it in. Oh, 3 to bring it in. bring these over. That, grab that, attach that to that, push these forward, reattach so that it's taut, maybe reattach you. And we'll do the same thing. Grab this guy. That, 3. Pull it in. Grab that guy. Pull him in, push him over. And just disconnect. I guess you could say this is a showcase of my crab boat. All of my designs are on Workshop. So if you want to use this crab boat yourself, you are free to use it. Keep that up. About it. Should have gotten this guy. Obviously, in real life, you wouldn't do it this way. Huh. I just realized I could drag the crab boats. I don't even need a boat. It's not a big deal because we're not keeping the boat for long. There. Attach it there. So I've realized after playing this game for too long and doing it wrong that apparently we're just supposed to be crab fishing. It's extremely viable. For making money in the early game, which is kind of what we're doing here. We're just trying to do the typical stuff to make like 100K as quickly as we can. Which, you know, is something I'm still trying to perfect to some extent. It's kind of funny because there's designs on the Workshop where you can make like a ton of money really fast, but I'm pretty sure they're bugged, so I don't use them. Plus it takes away from the fun of making my own crab boat. Deploy them. We're just crab fishing. That one have a crab in it. I figured we would have gotten like a crab or two at this point, which I will go ahead and put in my inventory because, you know, there is a few crabs. And we'll just sell them by hand. So this boat I made like a day or two ago. Basically to start crabbing And then once I started crabbing, I realized, oh, I should have been doing this at the very beginning. Which, after I do this, I will go up here. Oh, the oil deposit is only here. If we get 100,000, we can just buy that oil deposit. Alright, I'm going to set this throttle to... I want to get out of the spawner first. Now I can use my depth below keel. Oh, that's right. I wanted to put a... so I set it for 15. I wanted to put a indicator to let me know how much line was out. Alright, we get back on here. Now what we do is we deploy this. And I think I want to... This is kind of why I wanted third person on, but I think we'll just do that. I won't go fully out. Okay, that works. Grab the next one. Okay. Actually, if I just hold it, it's really kind of hard to see at night. But yeah, no, it's on the ground, on the bottom, so attach. Yeah, that's probably a better way to do it. You want as little line going out of these things as possible because these lines are like pretty heavy on the physics engine. So if you let out all of the line and you have a lot of crab pots out here, it'll slow your game down. Stormworks is the only game I've ever gone, oh, I almost want a second graphics card just for physics. Which was the original idea with physics. So we'd have a dedicated physics thing. Which I do feel like physics hasn't taken, you know, and gaming hasn't really evolved that much. And I'm not particularly interested in graphics as a gamer anymore. Like, I think we've conquered graphics to the point that I don't care, you know? It's like the one technology, you know you're living in the future. Computer graphics. Everything else is about technology is terrible, but well, not everything, but alright, attach, do that, put that there, got one more. Do that. Attach, disattach, reel out, it's on the bottom, connect, boom. I should kick it up to 20%. Alright, so we deployed our crab pots. It's time for us to head back in. So the biggest reason why I do the crab pots and the vehicle as a separate vehicle is so that I can despawn the vehicle. Because right now we only got 5,000 something. And I guess usually what they would want you to do is have like an anchor on this thing, and then go anchor somewhere. But that's definitely not what we want to do. In fact, realistically, we probably want to deploy more crab pots, but we'll do that when we get back. Why is that giving me the thing? Alright, we because I didn't connect the instrument light to it. Oh, and I did want to change. Yes. I'm going to give myself a dial over here. This just tells us the length. Hook it up to power. I guess we'll use another button on here. Or I'll just call it line out. It's supposed to be 0 to 40. And we're done with this. Or do I want to, what color do I want that? Sure. Alright. So, the next order of business. Save the one overboard passenger to the hospital. Alright. So to do this, we will grab my Rescue Zodiac 2. Which is about $10,000, or a little under. And right now, at least for the early game, it's a very good go-to. I do like the starting location of that little closet, for sure. Alright, this looks easy. Blinking light over there. I see the boat over there. I know if you're watching this during the day and there's glare, it's like really hard to see. Although I'm playing this during the day and I can see that I'm in a darker room. However, the advantage of doing this at night is it's very easy to find someone because they're just a giant blinking light in the water. I should really turn on the spotlights now. I need to fix these spotlights. This is like all washed out. Alright, we got the guy, or chick. It's the hospital boat right next to me. It's right over here. I'm almost inclined to just go to the hospital boat and skip. Turn off that light. It's way too washed out. I don't know where I can put those spotlights that would be better. Maybe on the side of the control helm thing. Why isn't it stopping? Hello. This thing is supposed to, like, stop. I don't know why it isn't. Do I have a line side? Why? I know I got a okay. Just do this. Oh God. Don't worry, I'm the world's fastest swimmer. Oh, we missed it again. I guess I need to speed up a little. Bring that line in. Grab them. Okay, I should just be able to. Okay. Why aren't you guys stopping? Ah! Okay, we made 3,000 bucks. Now we can veer off. I wonder if it's not stopping because it's like, why are you going to the hospital island? We're not supposed to stop for you. It's like, yeah, but it's all the way up there, man. This is south, yes. Let us RTB. See how those crab pots are doing. I'm sure they're not nowhere near done. Of course, make sure that they're actually there though. Don't despawn or something. Yeah, they're right there. Perfect, perfect. So when these things are done, they have a little light on the side, and they're hooked up to a battery, which is why I put a clutch on the fishing boat so that I can charge the battery on them, and they will light up when they're full of crabs. At 20,000. How much is one of my? This thing's like 13, almost 13. That would give me 8,000, which is nowhere enough to fill up the tank. So I think we're gonna go out and do another crab pot. Grab the crab boat. Wait, I wonder. We were just thinking of this. Maybe the easiest way to do this. Oh, I should sell these crabs. Furry lobster. There's furry lobsters out there? see what happens if I just do this. This is terrible. Yeah, this is pretty bad. And of course this thing isn't quite long enough. Oh, I'm just gonna have to drop you for now. Oh wait, it's gotta connect to the right one. To try a different tactic that works, but it's awful. Oh wait, now I have to move them all by hand so that they're out of the spawn. Ugh. Okay, I guess we're doing this. Oh, whoops. I disconnected. Yeah, this is just going to be horrible. I think we'll just drop these right out of the spawn area. They don't need to be that far. And then when we pick them up later, we'll move them a little further out. This is like some Polynesian style crab fishing. I don't even have air with me. This is dangerous. Pull this. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's out of the spawn area, but I'm gonna pull him a little bit further. Alright, this is a very cheeky way of doing this. Although if you think about it, if you completely ran out of money, virtually ran out of all the money, you could just throw some crab pot down there and then go and pick it up by hand. Yes, I think I will not do this again. Whoa. This guy's gonna totally crash. Oh, I guess not. Oh, it was not the one towards Sawyer this time. The physics in this game is amazing. So one more. Yes. And I would have stopped, but once I set one, I realized I had to set them all like this. Otherwise, there's no way they'll just despawn. Need a boat when you are the boat. Metal Gear! Oh, that's what I should make. I should make a Metal Gear. I should make a rescue Metal Gear. this is going to be much more difficult, isn't it? Okay, he's right here. Okay, get rid of that. I don't know if that's the right one. We'll just pick it up later. Oh, that's a problem. I don't know which one's the right one. That is an oversight on my part. So, this is the basic one that I'll upload to the workshop. Let us simply paint this one yellow. And this one like blue. I wish I could attach this to there and just have them both to it, but then I'd have to put an OR function in here, and that would take up way too much space in the buoy. So that will be our solution, which we will now upload to the workshop. Basic crab with light indicator. And then we'll just go and fix all these 6 ones. Just bam. Alright, so now we've set our crab pots. We rescued one person. We've got 18.5. I think that will do it for this video. In the next video, I don't know what we're going to do, but I think we'll probably, once we collect these crab pots, we should have a good amount of money. And once we have a good amount of money, I think I'm going to try this idea I had, which is to buy diesel here and then just drive over here and sell it here. So the tank is 42,000. This is a good time to get out a calculator. 42,000 divided by 2. No, times 2. Which is 84,000. Right, so I need 84,000 bucks on top of the 12,000 for the truck to go and do a field run, which is probably like 16 crab pots, or maybe 30. No, or what is it? Like 24. It's going to be 16 to 24 crab pots. Once I pull in 24, I will probably have that much money. Alright, so that does it for this video. We will do something in the next.